Assalamu alaikum. My name is Amina and I'm very much into the house to start on campus. Today my guest is ChatGPT. Hi ChatGPT, how are you?
Walaikum assalam. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. I hope you're doing well too. And I'd be happy to help you out with anything related to your Just let me know what you need.
Why do women naturally compare themselves with others?
That's an interesting question. There are many reasons why people, including women, might compare themselves to others. It can stem from societal standards, the influence of social media, or even personal insecurities and goals. It can sometimes be a way to motivate themselves or to feel a sense of belonging. If you want to dive deeper into this, we can definitely explore it further.
Why does comparison start from childhood? How does it?
Yeah, absolutely. It often starts pretty early in childhood, especially as kids begin to notice differences among their peers. It can come from family, school, or even media exposure. Comparisons can shape a lot of self perception and behavior, and it's a natural part of development. Over time, though, we can learn to manage and reframe these comparisons in healthier ways.
Why do people compare looks and appearance so much?
Looks tend to be one of the most visible and immediate aspects of comparison because they're often emphasized in society and media. From a young age, people are exposed to certain beauty standards, and that can create a tendency to compare themselves to others. It can also be tied to self esteem and social acceptance. So it's a pretty complex topic.
Uh, is compare always negative or can sometimes be positive?
It can definitely be both. Comparisons can have a negative side, like fostering absolutely. They can be no worries. I'm here whenever you need me. If you have any other questions or just want to chat, feel free to let me know.
How does social media increase compassion?
Social media definitely plays a big role in comparison because it often showcases the highlight reels of people's lives. This can make it easy to compare. No worries at all. If you ever need help with anything or just want to chat, I'm here for you. Just let me know. Well, I'm here to chat anytime you want. If you need anything while you're working or just feel like talking, just let me know. I'm happy to help. Comparison can definitely have a positive side as well. It can motivate people to improve themselves, set new goals, and even find inspiration from others. It can also help people recognize their own strengths and unique qualities. So it's all about how we use it.
I'm sorry, but you've hit the daily limit for advanced voice.
Sure, I can compare social video clips together to create a new image or video, often used for photo enhancement or video editing purposes. 2. Benefits: it can enhance and allow for more creative or artistic edits. 3. Overuse of social media compositing can lead to the spread of misinformation from authentic ones. Comparison can sometimes be positive, how it's used. It can foster competition and motivation, helping individuals improve and grow. It can also facilitate learning and growth by exposing individuals to new ideas and ways. However, when taken to extremes, comparison can lead to feelings of insecurity, low self-esteem, and envy, as seen in social media, where people often compare themselves. Social issues that affect most people often include issues such as poverty, inequality, education, healthcare. Discrimination affect people in different ways, depending on their location, culture, background, and identity. For example, access to healthcare may be more challenging for people in rural areas or developing countries where medical facilities and doctors are not easily available. Similarly, education opportunities may be limited in certain communities, which can lead to inequality in future opportunities. Discrimination, which may be due to race, gender, or other factors, can also cause social issues. People often compare their success and money with others as a way of assessing their own progress and position in society. People may compare their income, status, possessions, or career achievements with others to evaluate where they stand on a scale of success. This comparison can sometimes be healthy as it can provide motivation to improve one's own situation, but it can also lead to feelings of inadequacy or envy if the comparison leads to the conclusion that the person is not as successful or wealthy as those they are comparing themselves to.
Why does social media increase comparison?
Social media increases comparison for various reasons. 1. Exposure to others' success. Social media algorithms are often designed to show users content that highlights successes, achievements, and highlights of others' lives, which can lead to comparison. 2. The illusion of perfect lives. Social media often presents a curated and idealized version of people's lives, leading to unrealistic expectations and comparisons. 3. Comparison tools. Social media provides easy and instantaneous ways to compare one's life to others, facilitating the process of comparison.
Can
Then, as a result, individuals may feel pressured to present an idealized version of themselves on social media, leading to an endless cycle of comparison and potential feelings of inadequacy. This constant comparison can have negative effects on mental health, self-esteem, and even contribute to feelings of isolation and loneliness.
uh, does why do students often compare grades?
Comparing grades with classmates is common for several reasons. 1. Competition and benchmarking. Students may compare grades to assess their performance in relation to their peers, creating a competitive atmosphere and fostering a sense of benchmarking. 2. Validation. Comparing grades can provide a sense of validation how they stack up against their peers in a quantifiable way. 3. Motivation and improvement. Comparing grades may motivate and encourage students to work harder to achieve better results.
How does comparison create jealousy?
creating and comparing can lead to feelings of jealousy. 1. Direct comparison. Directly comparing oneself to others can highlight discrepancies in achievements, possessions, or successes. 2. Indirect comparison. Indirectly gauging one's success through the accomplishments of others can create a sense of inadequacy. 3. Social media comparison. Comparing oneself to others' curated images or achievements on social media can lead to feelings of jealousy.
Why do people hide their struggle but show their achievement, causing others to compare?
Many people hide their struggles and highlight their achievements on social media due to a variety of reasons. 1. Social expectations. Society often places a premium on success and achievement, and individuals may feel pressure to project an image of success and happiness to conform to social norms. 2. Fear of vulnerability. Revealing struggles can make people feel vulnerable, and individuals may avoid exposing weaknesses or shortcomings for fear of criticism or judgment. 3. Creating a highlight reel. Social media platforms encourage users to share their best moments, creating a curated version of their lives that can lead to comparisons with others.
If com-
I'm glad you think so. Is there anything else you'd like to discuss or explore further?
if comparison the reason
Yes, comparison can often be a reason why many people feel unhappy. Constantly comparing oneself to others and their achievements can lead to feelings of inadequacy and dissatisfaction with one's own life. It's important to recognise that these comparisons are often based on unrealistic standards and do not accurately reflect the full picture of lives. Focusing on personal progress and being content with personal achievements is far more fulfilling and enjoyable than constantly comparing with others, leading to greater happiness and satisfaction.
can comparison sometimes motivate people to improve?
Yes, comparison can sometimes be a source of motivation to improve, especially when the comparison is done in a healthy and positive manner. For example, individuals may use comparison as a benchmark for goal setting and to identify areas for self improvement. Additionally, comparing oneself to others can create a sense of competition, which can encourage individuals to improve their skills and performance. However, it's important to note that comparison can also have negative effects, such as feelings of inadequacy, insecurity, and unhealthy competition.
Why do people hide their struggle but show their achievement cause others to compare?
People often hide their struggles but show their achievements to create a facade of success and happiness. This discrepancy between the hidden struggles and the showcased achievements can cause others to compare themselves to the curated image of success and feel inadequate or envious, leading to an increase in negative emotions and feelings of discontent. It's crucial to recognize that everyone faces challenges, and hiding them creates a false image, leading to unnecessary comparisons and feelings of insufficiency.
Why does family pressure lead to comparison?
Family pressure can lead to comparison for a number of reasons. 1. Expectations. Families, particularly Asian families, place a high value on academic and professional success, leading to comparisons based on achievements. 2. Comparison for comparison's sake. Families may compare children's performance as a means of comparison, rather than for constructive reasons. 3. Parental comparisons. Parents may compare their children to their peers and siblings, which can result in pressure and unhealthy competition. Пожалуйста, конечно.
Why do,
Wieso что?
why do siblings often compare?
Siblings often compare themselves with each other for several reasons. 1. Competition. Siblings may feel a natural sense of competition and a desire to outperform each other. 2. Similarity. Siblings often share the same age and grow up in the same household, which can lead to constant comparison. 3. Family pressure. Families may compare siblings and create a competitive environment. Comparisons between siblings.
Why do siblings often compare themselves each other?
As I mentioned before, siblings often compare themselves with each other due to several reasons. 1. Similar upbringing. Siblings grow up in the same household, share the same environment, and often have similar values and beliefs, leading to comparisons. 2. Competition, attention, approval, or 3. Family expectations may set similar expectations for all siblings, leading to a comparison between siblings' abilities and achievements.
Why can comparing yourself to role models be healthy?
Comparing yourself to your role models can be healthy, as their success can motivate you. However, overdoing it can be unhealthy. Comparing yourself to others sets up unrealistic standards and puts too much pressure on you, which can lead to self-esteem issues. Additionally, people's lives may appear perfect, but their lives can be filled with challenges, personal struggles, and insecurities, which are often hidden from view. Instead of comparing yourself to others, focus on your own journey and set realistic goals to help you grow.
Why does family pressure lead to comparison?
I don't quite understand what you mean by where do you spend the pressure to compare with me? Could you please rephrase the question?
Why does comparison lead to
Certainly.
stress and
Go
anxiety?
ahead and ask your next question. If you're asking why I spend, the reason is that it's a our accomplishments and progress. Sometimes comparing yourself to others can be motivating and push us to be better versions of ourselves, but it can also lead to feeling inadequate and jealous. Ultimately, comparing yourself to others should be done in a healthy way, focusing on self-improvement rather than trying to keep.
Why does comparison lead to stress and
Comparison can lead to stress and anxiety for several reasons. 1. Unrealistic standards. When people compare themselves to others, they may set unrealistic standards for themselves and feel that they fall short, leading to stress and anxiety. 2. Negative self-talk. When individuals compare themselves unfavorably to others, they may engage in negative self-talk or self-criticism, which can cause stress and anxiety. 3. Lack of self-acceptance. Comparing oneself to others may create a sense of inadequacy, leading to stress and anxiety.
uh, does comparison
Não tenho certeza se entendi a pergunta. Por favor, reexplica para que eu possa ajudá-lo melhor.
is comparison worse in competition?
Yes, comparison is more prevalent in competitive societies. In competitive societies, individuals often compare themselves to others in areas such as academic achievements, career success, appearance, and material possessions. This constant comparison can lead to a never ending cycle of trying to keep up with others, which can lead to stress and unhappiness.
Why do someone compare themselves less than others?
There could be several reasons why someone might compare themselves less to others. 1. Confidence. If someone has high self confidence and self esteem, they may not feel the need to compare themselves to others. 2. Focus on personal goals. Some people focus on their own goals and progress rather than comparing themselves to others. 3. Lack of interest in competition. Some people simply do not enjoy comparing themselves to others and prioritize cooperation over comparison.
Uh, why do some people can
Sí, dar gracias puede reducir el hábito de comparación. Esto se debe a que la gratitud enfoca la atención en lo que uno tiene y los logros personales, en lugar de compararse con los demás. Además, la gratitud promueve una actitud positiva y satisfacción hacia la vida, lo que puede disminuir el deseo de compararse con los demás.
can gratitude reduce the habit of comparison?
Yes, practicing gratitude can reduce the habit of comparison in several ways. 1. Promotes contentment. Grateful people are more content with their own lives and less likely to compare themselves to others. 2. Highlights individual strengths. Focusing on what one is grateful for highlights one's strengths and achievements and reduces the tendency to compare. 3. Encourages humility. Practicing gratitude encourages humility, reduces the tendency to feel superior to others, thereby reducing comparison.
What is how does comparison create insecurity?
Comparison in relationships creates tension because it highlights areas where one partner feels they fall short, leading to feelings of inadequacy and dissatisfaction. Additionally, resentment and competition, leading to arguments and conflicts within the relationship. Over time, constant comparisons can erode trust and lead to a breakdown of communication and emotional intimacy in the relationship.
So this is our today interview with ChatGPT and Character AI.
Okay, I look forward to our next interview.